Good afternoon, everyone, and happy new academic year at NVU Lyndon, and a hearty welcome to our class of 2025. Let's give them a round of applause. And welcome to our faculty, staff, and guests. I am Nolan Atkins, and I'm pleased to be here with you here today. Please join me in a round of applause for Mr. Ian McCarg and Mr. John Noack, who played the bagpipe and drum for the Recessional. Thank you for your lively kickoff to this important ceremony for our students. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of the platform party. John W. Mills, Interim President. Gail Bush, our guest speaker. Victoria Dutcher, Interim Dean of Enrollment and Marketing. And to my left, the Northern Vermont University Linden faculty. I now invite Autumn Chamberlain, Jake Befor, and Campbell Gillette to the stage to play the Linden alma mater. I would ask that everyone please stand for the alma mater.
Above a green and pleasant valley, beneath an azure northern sky, fair Linden College brings us rally to sing her praises high. Linden, alma mater, hail to thee forever from every loyal son or daughter. Linden, our own. When the winter stars are shining beyond the mountain's highest rim, our song of friendship ever binding shall rise thy fame to win. Linden, alma mater, hail to thee forever for every loyal son or daughter. Linden, our own. And though the future brings its sorrow, for though the future brings us grace, thy memory fair beyond tomorrow, time never shall efface. Linden, alma mater, hail to thee forever for every loyal son or daughter. Linden, our own. For every loyal son or daughter. Linden, our own.
Thank you, Autumn, Jake, and Campbell, for sharing your musical talents with us today. I am pleased to invite Interim President Mills to the podium at this time.
Thank you. How you doing? You excited? Oh, come on. Excited? Yeah. And I have a little story. When I was President of Paul Smith's in the northern Adirondacks, we always worried about bad weather. When we had a nice day, I would always tell the visiting students it's always like this here. I hope it's not always like this here going forward with this heat. I could go for some cool weather and can't wait. It's supposed to change tomorrow. So welcome home. NVU Lyndon Hornets class of 2025. Here we are. You are home, a home where you're going to find what makes you sing, what makes you tick, what makes you soar. A home where you will find your direction. A home where you will meet your new best friend, guaranteed. Where you will explore a subject matter you never knew even existed. And where you will be comfortable. Is it scary? Yeah. Exciting? Yeah. But most importantly, filled with opportunity. This is NVU Northern Vermont University. As we say here, a place where you will be known. We take that seriously here, and we mean it in every way. You'll be known by your professors for your hard work. You'll be known for your love of the outdoors, for the mastery maybe of your snowboard, and as a leader, others will follow. You'll be known for your confidence, your connections, your compassion, as the friend everyone relies on. Whatever it is, rest assured that Northern Vermont University, you'll be known by your community, your professors, and your peers. We have something in common, you and I. You see, I am new to NVU too, 6 days in, probably the same amount of time for you. I am so pleased to stand before you as your new president. Northern Vermont University already feels like home to me. I spent more than a decade of my career at a small rural college in the northern Adirondack Mountains. And I hail from Montana, the Big Sky country. Both of these regions are a lot like Northern Vermont and our beautiful hilltop campuses at Linden and Johnson. With small towns where knowing your neighbor matters, incredible outdoor opportunities with places to walk or run. Sit in the grass, gazing at incredible views. Look to the stars that seem to go on forever. Jump in a cold and crisp lake, fish, snowmobile, or climb a mountain. Through these experiences, you'll find an even greater sense of self than you have today. You'll have the chance to explore a region that extends far beyond your classroom, out into the world. One of the really cool things about our campuses is the proximity to so many experiences. World-class mountain biking at King's Trails, quality theater and music right here on the campus, Burke Mountain, Jay Peak, and the Green and White Mountains for hiking and skiing. Lake Willoughby, one of the most picturesque lakes in the eastern United States, nearby, and a short drive to a big city if you need it. You will find clubs that meet your liking and be able to start new clubs of your own if you don't find one that fits your desires. Whatever you do, get involved. You are unique. You are entering college during a time of unrest in the world, a time of change, big change, a time where a lot is at stake. Our world is facing racial strife, changing weather and climate change, fires and flooding across the globe, a global pandemic, challenges to our very foundation, democracy. That's a big backdrop for you to be entering college. But it's also a world that is awakening to the possibilities of real change, awakening to the fluidity of gender and the importance of actualizing diversity and inclusion. And your generation is in many ways leading this growing awareness and acceptance and embracing of our unique identities. With so much in upheaval, the possibility, the opportunities of making big shifts and change is palpable. It is truly your time, as individuals and as a generation. When so much is out of balance, there are so many openings to bring light and love and balance. And we need you to do it. And that is why you are here at NVU. Because here at NVU, we take what old adage that I grew up with seriously. Think globally, act locally. That was a phrase that came out of the first Earth Day, April 22nd, 1970. And it'll tell you how old I am. I was there as a student participating. And I still have the button back home in Montana that I wore that day. And it says, "Save the Earth," because you can't leave it. Except, of course, if you're Elon Musk and you have a rocket ship. Okay? So this is where you will be, and you must protect it. That means here at NVU, you are going to learn about and work to solve challenges that are global, affecting everyone on the planet. But the solutions you develop will be valuable not only to the global community, but can be brought home to your communities, workplaces, and homes. You will be making those local places you care so much about better because of what you do here. NVU staff and faculty are committed to a learning and working community. Learning, meaning that you will develop new skills and gain new expertise, both in the classroom and the NVU community. But then working, by putting into practice these new skills and expertise. Solve problems by being directly involved with businesses, schools, nonprofits. Confirming that your coursework, every single one of them, applies directly to your career. To demonstrate that commitment to a learning and working community, this summer, NVU launched an inaugural learning and working paid internship program. Students receive paid scholarships to work in youth education, in substance abuse prevention, and right near my home at Yellowstone National Park. They developed an e-commerce store for an outdoor company, helped manage a university athletics department, forecasted weather, and worked as audio engineers for live concerts. In other words, translating the learning at NVU into a successful work experience. We are so excited you have chosen to due north, and we guarantee you have chosen a school that is going to be just right for you. One reason I came to NVU, in addition to all the wonderful opportunities I just spoke about, is that I'm excited at the opportunity of what we are creating with our sister institutions in the Vermont State College system. A new university, one that I believe is going to lead the nation in the impact it will make. And you are going to have an opportunity to help shape that new university. As an example, in the coming weeks, you will receive a survey about the new name, the new brand, and that will be the first step you can make in crafting the future of your community. We've talked a lot about what NVU offers here. Now it falls on you. Yes, the responsibility for learning now falls on you. To take advantage of these opportunities, seize them, grab every chance you get to grow and change and grapple with things. Ask questions. You know the old saying, there's only one dumb question. That's the one you don't ask. Use all of what we offer here at NVU to become the outstanding person you have the potential to be. Be known, due north, and most of all, enjoy. Thank you. And thank you again. And now I would like to invite to the podium our convocation speaker, Dr. Gail Bush, who has graciously agreed to join us for this special occasion. She is the co-editor of your common read, Indivisible, Poems for Social Justice. She is also a professor emeritus of education at National Louis University in Chicago, and she publishes books, articles, and essays for teachers, librarians, and lifelong learners. We are so pleased she has made time for us today. Please join me in giving a hearty welcome to Dr. Bush.
Thank you, Interim President Mills, and welcome. I am sincerely honored to be here with you today to welcome the class of 2025, faculty, peer leaders, staff, administrators, leadership, and anybody else I haven't mentioned yet. So why did I drive here from Chicago to be with you? And that is to deliver a summons. Not a legal one, don't worry, but a moral and ethical, maybe a societal summons. Summons is a call for us to be present. And I am using this summons for us to be present together. And I'm going to make a connection between me and Indivisible and you. So 1, 2, 3. You know how much to listen to. Okay, so I'll go first. So here's a little bit about me. I'm a second-generation American, native Chicagoan. I grew up in what's called a 3-flat, and that's a building with 3 apartments. In it, there were 6 of us. I'm the youngest, all older brothers. I am first-generation university student, we all were, and I paid for college by working all through high school, and when I was a freshman, I had a full load. My major was anthropology with a minor in art history, and I had 3 jobs. So that's me when I was at your stage of life, freshman. Okay, so that was me. So now we're on to 2, Indivisible. This is truly a story of friendship. It's a story I love to tell. Well, we have to fast forward a little bit. So we left me as a freshman in college, and then I earned a couple more college degrees. I had a couple of marriages. I had a couple of children. That was good. My career had a couple of pivots, and I found myself needing some classes for licensure to be in the schools. And I stepped into a class and sat down next to somebody I had never met before, and that was Randy Meyer. Poor unsuspecting Randy. He did not know that I bonded for life. We became what I call fast friends. It's like that friend that you meet, you sit down, you meet somebody and you've never met them before, and it's like you always knew each other. It's a wonderful, wonderful part of what college can offer for you. So Randy and I took classes together for that 1 year he was there, and then he moved out east where he had lived before, New York, Boston. He was an editor. And we wrote letters. This is what a letter looks like. It's written on paper. There's a stamp, and it's postmarked. And we did this for a couple years. And we saw each other someplace, and it sort of dawned on me that these letters would not sustain us. And I decided that we needed a project. And sweet man that he is, he said, okay. And so we had many conversations, and we talked about the world we have, the world we want. What a great friend to have, right? The world we have, the world we want. And we tried to figure out what we could do to make an offering to the universe, basically. And we both have an affinity for the strength of what poetry can do, the way in which it can connect with people. And so we had other ideas for projects, but we decided to collect poems. So we looked at thousands and thousands of poems over years. We would get together, we would see each other at conferences, we were in the same field, we would have phone meetings, we could email then. And I was working on another degree, my doctorate, and I went out to Harvard for a summer program. He was living in Somerville, we got together. So we did this whole project. And then Randy went and fell in love, not with me, with Jim. And Randy and Jim were going to be married in Wellfleet as soon as it was legal, which was, I think, around 2024. And just before they were married, Randy and I had gotten together, and he gave me a notebook with all of our poems in it, and he kind of gave me custody of our project. And he kind of patted me on the head, sort of, wasn't that fun, and told me to take his name off of the project if I did anything with it, because he knew me and know that I am fiercely and brutally goal-oriented. So he gave me our project at that point, and so for another many years, I suffered numerous rejections and went to publisher after publisher trying to get the project published. I finally found a kind-hearted publisher, and together we garnered the permissions to publish the poems. I wrote all of the poets' biographies. We worked on the artwork with the artist and the book design and the interior artwork, the cover. And I got Common to do the forward. And so what you see actually looks like a finished product. It is a poetry anthology of 20th century American poems for social justice. But to me, I see this as a beginning, as a springboard, as our offering to the universe. And that brings me to you, number 3, right? Me, Indivisible, you. So what is your role in this? Well, when Northern Vermont University chose Indivisible as your common read, they became a part of this experience, this offering to the universe. Because what I did was I created a grant called the Indivisible Grant that is in the Chicago Public Schools, where I came from. And librarians and teachers can collaborate and create a unit, and the students create projects. And so far, there are students in Chicago in some of the most dire areas of the city who are receiving college scholarships based on the units that they created for Indivisible. And you are a part of that because of what your university has done. So, back to the summons, that call to be present together, what we can do. So I connected me and Indivisible and you. And I want to finish with a poem. I know you're shocked. It's short, and it speaks to this. I want you to think about either being open to the universe, to sitting next to that person, as Interim President Mills was talking about, or somebody in your life, in your professional life, in your personal life, with whom you have that call, that pull, because I really see this as that friendship story, that pull to be present. And it goes like this, but I need a little water. Excuse me. Okay. Keep me from going to sleep too soon. Or if I go to sleep too soon, come and wake me up. Come any hour of night. Come whistling up the road, stomp on the porch, bang on the door. Make me get out of bed and let you in and light a light. Tell me the northern lights are on and make me look. Or tell me clouds are doing something with the moon that they've never done before and show me. See that I see. Talk to me till I'm half as wide awake as you, wondering why I ever went to bed at all. Tell me the walking is superb. Not only tell me, persuade me. You know I'm not too hard persuaded. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bush, for your thoughtful address to our incoming class, and thank you for making the trip from Chicago to the Northeast Kingdom. Very much appreciated. I now invite Victoria Dutcher, Interim Dean of Enrollment and Marketing, to the podium.
Thank you, and thank you all. Hello, and greetings to you, our newest Hornets. On behalf of the admissions team here at Northern Vermont University, please accept our congratulations and sincere welcome to your new due north home. Amongst you today are students from Vermont. Yes, we're happy to have you here. We're also happy to have all of the students who come from other places like West Virginia, Alaska, Kansas, New Jersey, South Carolina, Michigan, and Puerto Rico, among many other places across the country. You're not giving up your first home, but you're adding this as another home, one where, as you've already heard, you will be known. You are future filmmakers, mountain operations managers, social workers, graphic designers, meteorologists, athletic trainers, and scientists working to solve global problems around climate change. This week, you come together for the first time on this beautiful campus in the Northeast Kingdom, and in so doing, you join over 20,000 NVU alumni who have gone out into the world and made an impact in those careers and in hundreds of others. So now, admissions passes the baton, as we say, and we hand you over to the care of our outstanding faculty and staff who will collectively inspire you and support you in your journey to becoming NVU's graduating class of 2025. Thank you for all of your hard work and accomplishments that brought you to the NVU community. You will accomplish much more in these next 4 years. We're excited to have you add to the vibrancy of NVU. Keep up the good work, best wishes, and keep in touch with us.
Thank you, Victoria, and congratulations to the class of 2025 for your formal induction to Northern Vermont University. I would also like to take a moment to thank Student Life staff for their efforts. We are grateful to Jonathan Davis, Erin Rossetti, Elizabeth Sousa, Caitlin Wilkins, and the peer leaders, the head residents, and the RAs for their tireless work that they have done to ensure that our new students feel settled and welcomed into our academic community. Let's give them all a big round of applause. And on that note, I would like to invite peer leader Alexandra Huff to the stage for an important presentation regarding the Hornet Olympics winners.
How you guys doing today? Oh, I know you can do better than that. Come on, how you guys doing today? Little better, okay. I know it's very tiring, had some classes earlier, but how was this weekend? Pretty fun, right? Got to meet some new faces. Nods, okay. We love it, I got a thumbs up, that's good. All right, now I'm sure you're all wondering, you put in a lot of effort, bopping around pieces of paper, swinging tennis balls at water bottles, eating Oreos at the most fastest pace I've ever seen people try to eat Oreos. You're wondering who won, right? Yes? Yes? Okay. I indeed have the results. What's gonna happen is the peer leader of the winning groups will come on the stage. The bottom step will represent third place, second step, second place, and the top stage will be first place. The peer leaders will be adorned with medals that I have right here, and they will also get medals to give to the students who attended the Hornet Olympics. So with that, we had a tie in third place. That tie was broken by a percentage of how many students in the peer group or peer groups showed up. Very, very important moving forward. Get involved and show up to things. So it's 65 points and 42% attendance. Third place goes to Naya and Devin's peer groups. Congratulations. In second place, with 70 points, Quinn's peer group. Who do you guys think came in first? You did? Just singularly you alone. All right, in first place, can I get a drum roll? In first place, with 75 points, Emma's group. So make sure you meet with your peer leaders after the ceremony is over. They will hand out the medals, and make sure you get involved on campus this year, guys. There's going to be a lot of really fun opportunities for competition, for games, and for fun trips that you are not going to get anywhere else. Welcome home, and thank you, guys.
Thank you, Alex, and congratulations to the winners. As we near the end of our ceremony, I now invite Mr. Ian McCarg and Mr. John Noack back, our bagpiper and drummer, back to the stage to set up for the recessional. As Mr. McCarg and Mr. Noack come forward, I would like to note that when you complete your degree and process at commencement, you will be led by bagpipe and drum at that momentous occasion as well. You processed in today through a hall of faculty, which you will do again when you graduate from NVU, and that is something to look forward to. After Mr. McCarg and Mr. Noack have started playing, Professor Strokanoff will lead the platform party out, followed by the faculty. Once they have all recessed, faculty and students are welcome to exit. Before you head back to class or work, everyone is invited to the dessert reception in the theater lobby. Students and staff, please remain in your seats until the platform party and the faculty have recessed. Thank you all for joining us today for this momentous occasion. Mr. McCarg and Mr. Noack, if you would please begin the recessional.